existence. Like a Khurasanian donkey. But think a little honestly and sincerely, as it is proper to think for a being, as you call yourself, in the likeness of God. When God created you and these beings whose existence you destroy, could our Creator then have written on the foreheads of certain of His creatures that they were to be destroyed in His honor and glory? If anyone, even an idiot from Albion's Isles, were to think seriously and sincerely about it, he would understand that this could never be. This was invented only by people who say they are in the likeness of God, and not by Him, who created people and these other beings of different form, whom they destroy as they fancy, for His pleasure and satisfaction. For Him, there's no difference between the life of men and the life of beings of any other form. Man is life, and the beings of other exterior forms are life. It is most wisely foreseen by Him that nature should adapt the difference of exterior form of beings in accordance with those conditions and circumstances under which the process of existence of various forms of life are preordained to flow. Take yourself as an example. With your internal and external organs, could you go now and jump into the water and swim like a fish? Of course not, because you have neither the gills, fins, nor tail a fish has. That is, a life which is preordained to exist in such a sphere as water. If it occurred to you to go and jump into the water, you would instantly choke and drop to the bottom, and become hors d'oeuvres for those same fishes, who in that sphere, proper for them, would naturally be infinitely stronger than you. It is the same with the fishes themselves. Could one of them now come to us, sit with us at this table, and drink in our company the green tea we are now drinking? Also, of course not, because it has not the corresponding organs for manifestations of this kind. It was created for the water, and its internal and also external organs are adapted for the manifestations required in the water. It can manifest itself effectively and successfully and fulfill the purpose of its existence preordained by the Creator, only in that sphere appropriate to it. In exactly the same way, your external and all your internal organs are also created by our common Creator in a corresponding manner. You are given legs to walk, hands to prepare and take the necessary food. Your nose and the organs connected with it are so adapted that you may take in and transform in yourself those world substances, by which there are coded in the three-brain beings similar to yourself both higher being bodies, on one of which rests the hope of our common all-embracing Creator for help in His needs, for the purpose of actualizations foreseen by Him for the good of everything existing. In short, the corresponding principle is foreseen and given to nature by our common Creator, so that He might coat and adapt all your internal and external organs in accordance with that sphere, in which the process of the existence of beings of such a brain system as yours is preordained to flow. A very good example for the clarification of this is your own donkey now standing tied up in your stable. Even as regards this own donkey of yours, you abuse the possibilities given you by our common Creator, since if this donkey is now compelled to stand unwillingly in your stable, it does so only because it is created two-brained, And this again is because such an organization of the whole of its presence is necessary for common cosmic existence upon planets. And therefore, according to law, there is absent from the presence of your donkey the possibility of logical mentation, and consequently, according to law, he must be what you call senseless and stupid. Although you were created for the purpose of the common cosmic existence on planets, and although you were created also as a field of hope for the future expectations of our common all-gracious Creator, that is to say, created with the possibilities of coding in your presence that higher sacred, for the possible arising of which the whole of our now existing world was just created. And in spite of the said possibilities given to you, that is to say, in spite of your having been created three-brained with possibilities of a logical mentation, yet you do not use this sacred property of yours for the purposes for which it was foreordained, but manifest it as cunning towards his other creations, as for instance towards your own donkey. Apart from the possibilities present in you of consciously coding in your presence the mentioned higher sacred, this donkey of yours is of the same value for the common cosmic process and consequently for our common Creator as you yourself, since each of you is predestined for some definite purpose. And these distinct, definite purposes, in their totality, actualize the sense of everything existing. The difference between you and your own donkey is merely in the form and quality of functioning of the internal and external organization of your common presences. For instance, you have only 2 legs, whereas the donkey has as many as 4, any one of which, moreover, is infinitely stronger than yours. Can you, for instance, carry on these 2 weak legs of yours as much as that donkey can? Certainly not, because your legs are given you only for carrying yourself, and the little that is necessary for the normal existence of a three-brained being as foreseen by nature. Such a distribution of forces and strength, which at first sight appears unjust, on the part of the most just Creator, was made by great nature simply because the surplus of cosmic substances foreseeingly given you by the Creator and by nature to use for the purpose of your personal self-perfecting is not given to your donkey. But in place of this, great nature herself transforms the same surplus of cosmic substances in your donkey's presence for the power and strength of certain of its organs for its present existence only, but of course without the personal cognition of the donkey itself, thus enabling it to manifest the said power incomparably better than you. And these variously powered manifestations of beings of diverse forms actualize in their totality just those exterior conditions in which alone it is possible for those similar to you, that is, for three-brained beings consciously to perfect the germ of reason placed in their presences to the necessary gradation of pure objective reason. I repeat, all beings of all brain systems, without exception, large and small, arising and existing on the earth or within the earth, in the air or beneath the waters, are all equally necessary for our common Creator, for the common harmony of the existence of everything existing. And as all the enumerated forms of beings actualized altogether the form of the process required by our Creator for the existence of everything existing, the essence of all beings are to Him equally valuable and